Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watson off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watson being chased out left. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They are going for it. Here's Watson, and it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Switch.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. To throw on third down. Jackson flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And again, it's Ingram. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 12, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judah. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. To throw is Watson. That's going to be caught. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. After the run, Watson going to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Came out in a power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They're going for it. It's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First, trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Here we go. G with
From the gun, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike 51, Mike 51. On deck, plot. Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
A big effort that time out of Ingram. 45 yards on the ground. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Jackson now. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we...
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 from under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now, throwing again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And at Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Mike,
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Jackson on first down. We'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Zach Cunningham, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He's got Fuller. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Back to throw, Watson. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And it's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 17-14, a minute 40 remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the attention turns to the Texans, trailing by 4. Exactly 1 minute remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Just like that. Check. Check 59. 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. He gets 54.
He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The busy night continues for Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he is all the way up past the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to
This play First opened way back in 1950. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll have a first down past the 40. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Rodgers to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. And his throw is incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Funchess has it complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. On first down, Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Rodgers. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now it's Peterson. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 36, Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's caught by Funchess. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling in. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And bulldozing his way through. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Mike, 58, right there. Ain't no such thing as a
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. but instead it falls down incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Zadarius Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Kelly, don't let Kelly. They're running.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Yeah, Liz. Check.
And again, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go with Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will do it for this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Liz. 58, right over.
On first down, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis for the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Number 50, hey, you block over here. 58 for Mike. Back north. Army. Check three.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Murray now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Murray now on first down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
That he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Phillips able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A very solid gain of 27. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 82 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Run. Hey. Wide left.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Jones has it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's third down.
Loss of 2. Brings up third and 4.
Blue draw Porkers. 58, boys. 58, Mike. Watch the screen.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 46. Now Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Hey, Charlie, 30. 58.
Rodgers again now. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's third and 3. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's complete to Lewis. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers get a score closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, Drake. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Preston Smith on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Murray, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Yeah. They got tight line. 4 down, check, 4 down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Now the Packers get set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
58's the mic.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Back to throw it, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
58, Mike. 58 to Mogo. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And 58 is a Mike. 58 is the Mike. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got it. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. From the gun, Murray. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He's an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.